Hey everyone, Coach Investor back with another video for today. So we're going to talk about Nintendo yet again. I've talked about this company once on this channel a couple of months ago. The stock price hasn't really moved, but we've had some new announcements regarding the company. I still feel the company is pretty undervalued. And there is one major reason why a lot of people think this company is undervalued and why maybe not a lot of people want to buy into the stock. So we're going to discuss this in this video. Also going to discuss why I believe this is actually a very good opportunity to buy the stock of Nintendo. Huge gaming franchise, huge brand worldwide. And I don't see this brand going anywhere anytime soon. I actually think they are going to accelerate their presence around the world with theme parks, with movies, with more games coming up. So we're going to discuss all of that in this video. But before I do so, I just want to thank everyone that has been subscribing lately. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. And if you like these videos, maybe leave it an early thumbs up as it really helps me out grow the channel and get my videos out there. I would also like to thank the Motley for sponsoring this video. The Motley is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me find the latest growth stock and innovative company. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services, the Full Offers. Through the Motley Fool's Stock Advisor service, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have returned over 500%. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more this year, you can visit www.fool.com/couchinvestor or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if Stock Advisor is right for you. Now let's dive into this. Alright, before we jump into all the good stuff, the talk about Pokemon, Super Mario, the franchise, the Switch gaming console, etc., let's have just a quick look at their financials. So I'm here on Coifin. If you don't know this platform, it's completely free to use. You just have to sign up and then you get access to all of this, which is pretty insane. So we're just going to look at a couple of points. So revenue growth of 24%. This is quarterly. Annually, if you want to go look at that, is 34% to $15.8 billion. Gross margins 55%, EBITDA margin 37%. You can also look at the multiples here, which if you look at the whole page right here, the multiples are pretty low, especially if you compare it to their competitors and other companies that are maybe in the gaming/tech industry, for example. Pretty low multiples. Now the reason for such low multiples, also operating profit multiples are pretty low, is because, well, before you had the Wii console, then the Wii U, and then it just died down. So investors are maybe worried that the Nintendo Switch might die down also in the coming years, and then they'll have to come up with a whole new console. Will take time, will take money, maybe it's not worth the investment. But in my opinion, on the contrary, the Nintendo Switch is something completely different than the Wii. I think the Nintendo Switch for the last couple of years has been the best selling console on the planet, beating the others. Obviously, right now, I think the PS5 is the fastest selling console on the planet. I'm still looking to buy my PS5. I don't really think I'm going to buy one this year. Chip shortages, whatever, doesn't matter. Fiasco. But just looking at some articles here. So the Switch is Nintendo's second best selling console in recorded US history. You know who's the number one? Still the Wii. Even though this console has died down over the year, the Wii was once the best selling console in US. The third one is also a Nintendo one, which is the Nintendo DS, which really isn't that surprising at all because as kids, let's say you want a console that you can bring with yourself on vacation, whatever you're traveling, and now even adults buy consoles that are portable. So the Switch is the perfect console. It's also not as expensive as an Xbox or a PlayStation. Now, another important and interesting fact is last year, roughly 20% of Switch console sales went to households that already owned one. If you just want to scroll through the comments right here, see one guy here, he already has 3, the other one also has 3. He says the same thing. There is Switch Lite and the normal one, which are obviously less expensive than the premium ones, which you can actually see here on the picture. This is the more premium one, which is the one you can also connect to your TV. And this is the light one. So again, compare it to other consoles, for example, usually one household has an Xbox or a PlayStation. You won't have 2 or 3 PlayStation in one house. Makes no sense. Maybe you have a giant house and 10 kids, then maybe yes. But Nintendo Switch is a completely different game. You can have 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter. If you have 4 kids, maybe all your kids want a Nintendo Switch. If you can afford it, why not? And that's a great advantage for Nintendo in this case. I don't see it slowing down. I think there are rumors out there that they might come up with a more premium Nintendo Switch at the end of the year, beginning of next year, with higher graphics, better screens. I don't know if that's true, but I think they might come up with a new Nintendo Switch, or maybe they will call it something else. I don't know, but it would make sense because, well, they've seen the success right now. So if they make a better one, because, well, better games are coming up, might make sense for them. Also, like Disney, Nintendo has a very, very rich IP, intellectual property. I've talked about Nintendo and Pokemon. So the Pokemon company is actually owned by a couple of other companies. So the one is Nintendo, Game Freak, and then Creatures Incorporated all have partial ownership on the Pokemon company. If you don't know how big the Pokemon company and how big Pokemon as a franchise is, maybe look at this picture right here. Yes, this picture was taken a couple of years ago, but I think it still stands till this day. Pokemon, #1 franchise ever. #2, Mario. Who owns both of them? Nintendo. Look at #4, it's the Wii. I think Call of Duty is slowly but surely catching up, but hey, we love Activision here as well. So touching on those two major gaming franchises, so for Mario, there are new games coming out each and every year. Next year there's a Super Mario movie coming out, again, more exposure for Nintendo. Finally, they are using their IP correctly. They're also building theme parks. I think in Florida, there's one open already right now in Japan. And I think other couple of locations as well in the world. I'm not so sure, but I'm going to make sure they are on the screen right now. So theme parks, again, you can look at Disney, how much money they made from theme parks before the pandemic. It's really insane. It's also super well done for exposure. Lots of merchandise, lots of games can be sold in those theme parks as well. So having a theme park or having a couple of theme parks around the world is a big, big plus. And for Pokemon, they are revamping games for later this year. So Diamond and Pearl is coming out again at the end of the year. One of the most popular Pokemon games out there. And then at the beginning of next year, they have a sort of open world Pokemon game, which is also expected to be a very, very big hit. Now, one of my last points I'm going to touch on is again Pokemon Go. Again, one of the biggest games out there today, mobile games. A lot of people still underestimate the power of Pokemon Go. So here are a couple of numbers again. So these are actually numbers for 2020, but I think they still count as very, very impressive numbers. So along with hitting 120 million downloads, Pokemon Go also had its most profitable year in 2020 with over $920 million in revenue generated. Pokemon Go's gains were made by players' use of the in-app shop, obviously, and has a whopping 41% jump from 2019. Now, shall I remind you that 2020 was a year of the pandemic, so usually when you play Pokemon Go, you need to go outside. So the fact that during a pandemic, Pokemon Go still was very, very profitable speaks volumes. Alright, to conclude, Nintendo could become their own Disney if they want to, with movies coming out, more merchandise, more use of their IP, theme parks around the world, great games, etc. Why not? They could become bigger and bigger in the next coming years. Obviously, they need to execute correctly. Regarding the games, gaming consoles, I think we've seen the track record for the Nintendo Switch is perfect. Portable console, not so expensive. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves the game Animal Crossing, Super Mario, Pokemon, doesn't matter, Zelda. Super popular games. The future is bright for Nintendo. I currently do not own any Nintendo shares in my portfolio. If I could, I would buy every single gaming stock out there, or maybe an ETF. Unfortunately, in Europe, you cannot buy such ETFs, which sucks. But overall, I'm bullish on Nintendo. I think our friends at ARK Invest are bullish as well. Doesn't mean that you need to buy. It's just an indication of maybe they see something that most people don't. And that will be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about Nintendo. Do you own this stock? Do you like Nintendo? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like these videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.